Hi guys, what's up? Back to another brand new video. Here. Today we are watching Horror Stories Animated. When this entertainment, as always, I have a whole playlist on my channel ready to go. And please subscribe.
There's this girl who was studying in a very popular university here in our country, UP Diliman, University of the Philippines. This university is very huge and has a lot of campuses. You need to ride a jeepney, a popular public transport here in our country, for you to be able to...
I heard of a jeepney. The one jeepney horror story gets me good.
Get to where you're heading on time. There are different jeepneys to every route. One night, she was heading to her dorm after a late night study. She, of course, rode a jeepney. This was almost midnight, and there weren't a lot of people going to her route, so she was all alone in the jeep. She got on the jeepney, then it started to move. Everything was going fine until a few minutes later, she noticed the driver staring at her so intensely. He was staring at her in the mirror.
First of all, stop it. And second of all, look at the road!
Then tried to look at her directly a couple of times. She became uncomfortable and just tried not to make eye contact. After a minute, she looked at the driver again just to see if he was still trying to check her out, and to her shock, he was still excessively looking at her for no reason. He would try to alternate looking at the road and at her since he was driving, but the way he was looking was so terrible.
Thank you! Thank you! Just like looking at the road, I had a head up.
Fine. It almost looked like he was trying to keep an eye on her. She then slid far from the driver's seat and tried to just look outside, even though it was so dark. She was almost at her destination when she noticed that the driver wasn't actually driving to where her dorm was at this point. She was so scared, but tried not to...
No, that's sketchy. Get off.
Make it obvious and told the driver, "Mister, this isn't where my dorm is." At this moment, the driver wasn't looking at her anymore and was just focused on the road. She noticed his facial expression. He actually looked like he wasn't hearing her and seemed very scared. At this point, the driver was...
He's seen something. He has seen some sketchy...
also driving faster than he should. She was so scared, so she tried to tell him again, "Mister, this isn't the right direction. This isn't where my dorm is." But still, the driver wasn't paying attention to her, and it seemed like he couldn't even hear her. She almost gave up and just accepted her fate that something bad might happen to her. She planned to shout for help or just jump out of the vehicle if the driver stopped and tried to get to her. After almost 5 minutes of just driving, the driver then decided to go to her original destination. When she saw her dorm building from afar, her heart started to race. She almost considered just jumping out of the vehicle, but then the driver actually stopped in front of her building, and she got out as quickly as she could. She had just started running and was about to run to the door when the driver stopped her and said something. "Wait, miss. When you get to your room, replace the clothes that you have on now. Set them on fire or throw them away. I saw in the mirror earlier that you have no head. It must be a bad spirit trying to get you. So I tried to just drive around in circles to divert it and prayed. I didn't drive to the right direction until I saw that you got your head back. Be extra careful next time." She was so shocked when she heard this and didn't want to believe it. It turned out the driver couldn't hear her because she had no head. She got to her room, woke up her roommate, and told her everything.
Dude, there's a minute
She then
left.
proceeded to take the driver's advice and throw away her clothes. She was so thankful for the driver for what he did, but it was indeed one of the scariest things she experienced.
Wency, you have stepped up your game.